Hello students, myself Srimati Ranjana Bhandare, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Government First Grade College, Hulkoti. So in this video we have discussion on BSc 5th Sem Paper 2 Numerical Methods, and in this one the third unit Finite Difference. This is the second session in the finite difference topic. So here we are going to have the discussion on backward difference, shifting operator, relation between forward differences and backward differences, and shifting operator E. So first we shall define what is backward difference. The first backward difference of a function f of x is denoted like this one, of f of x, and it defines as backward difference of f of x is equal to f of x minus f of x plus h. The symbol, this one triangle we are going to write in the reverse order, is called the backward difference operator. Thus we have for the values of x, x as x0, x1, x2, so on up to xn, backward difference of f of xn is equal to f of xn minus f of xn minus h. So that is in terms of y, we can write it as backward difference of yn is equal to yn minus 1. Backward difference of f of xn minus 1 is equal to f of xn minus 1 minus f of xn minus 1 minus h. So that itself we can write backward difference of yn minus 1 is equal to yn minus 1 minus yn minus 2. So similarly we can define other backward difference also. And lastly we have backward difference of f of x1 is equal to f of x1 minus f of x0. That is backward difference of y1 is equal to y1 minus y0. The difference of the first backward differences are called as second backward differences, and they are as follows. Second backward difference of yn is equal to first forward difference of yn minus first forward difference of yn minus 1. Second backward difference of yn minus 1 is equal to first backward difference of yn minus 1 minus first backward difference of yn minus 2. So similarly we can define other backward differences also. Second backward difference of y2 is equal to first backward difference of y2 minus first backward difference of y1. So similarly the other higher order differences, namely third, fourth and others are defined. So next we shall define the another operator, that is shifting operator. Shifting or displacement or translation operator is denoted by the symbol capital E and is defined as shifting operator of f of x is equal to f of x plus h. So that in terms of y we can write in this way also, E of yx is equal to y of x plus h, and e square of f of x is equal to e of f of x, and that we can write it as e of f of x plus h, that is equal to f of x plus 2h. And similarly e cube of f of x is equal to f of x plus 3h. In general we can write e raised to n of f of x is equal to f of x plus nh, and also we can define e raised to minus 1 of f of x is equal to, it is f of x minus h. That means once one we can note down here, if it is positive term then we get here plus, and if it is e raised to minus 1, that means if it is negative then we get this one as here minus. And similarly, e raised to minus 2 of f of x, we can write it as f of x minus 2h. Similarly, e raised to minus n of f of x is equal to f of x minus nh. So now we shall study the properties of shifting operator E. The first property is, for the two functions f of x and g of x, E of f of x plus g of x is equal to E of f of x plus E of g of x. The proof follows like this. E of f of x plus g of x is equal to, so by definition we can define it as f of x plus h plus g of x plus h, and we know that f of x plus h is nothing but E of f of x, and g of x plus h we can write it as E of g of x. So in general, if you have many functions, then E of f of x plus g of x plus ix and then so on, we can write it as E of f of x, E of g of x, E of ix plus and then so on. That means we can operate this shifting operator on each of the functions separately. The second property, the constant a and the operator e are commutative. Now we have e of a into f of x. We can write it as a into f of x plus h, and that is equal to a into f of x. The third property is e raised to m into e raised to n is equal to e raised to m plus n. So now consider the left hand side, e raised to m into e raised to n of f of x. So we shall keep that e raised to m term as it is and then operate this e raised to n on the term f of x. So that we get it as f of x plus nh, and then on this function f of x plus nh, operate the operator e raised to m. So that means we can write this one as f of x plus mh plus nh, and from these two terms we can take that h as common factor and we can write it as f of x plus m plus n of h, and again using the definition of shifting operator we can write this one as e raised to m plus n of f of x. So that is we can say it as a e raised to m into e raised to n is equal to, it is e raised to m plus n. The fourth property, the operator E and the forward difference operator are commutative. The proof follows like this. E of first forward difference of f of x is equal to, so this shifting operator E we shall keep it as it is. Then first forward difference of f of x we can write it as f of x plus h minus f of x, and then according to the shifting operator property, operate this shifting operator on each of the functions separately. That means we can write it as E of f of x plus h minus E of f of x, and then we know that E of f of x plus h means it is nothing but f of x plus 2h minus E of f of x means it is nothing but f of x plus h, and again using the definition of shifting operator, so this we can write it as forward difference of E of f of x. So that means we can say that E into forward difference is equal to forward difference into E. That means we can say that the shifting operator and the forward difference operators are commutative. So now we shall study the relation between forward difference, backward difference and the shifting operator E. The first relation is, prove that E is equivalent to 1 plus forward difference, or we can prove it as a forward difference is equivalent to E minus 1. So now the proof follows like this. So consider forward difference operated on the function f of x. So this we can write it as f of x plus h minus f of x. So transfer this f of x on the left hand side so that we get it as a forward difference of f of x plus h is equal to forward difference of f of x plus f of x. So from these two terms we can take that f of x as common factor. That means we are left with forward difference plus 1, and here this f of x plus h means we can write it as e of f of x, so that we get E is equivalent to 1 plus forward difference, or forward difference is equivalent to E minus 1. The second relation is prove that backward difference is equivalent to forward difference into e raised to minus 1. So now consider backward difference operated on the function f of x, that we can write it as f of x minus f of x minus h, and this itself we can write it as forward difference of f of x minus h. So here again we can write it as a this forward difference we shall keep it as it is, and this is f of x minus h means we can write it as e raised to minus 1 of f of x. So that is backward difference is equivalent to forward difference into e raised to minus 1. So next of the property, prove that backward difference is equivalent to 1 minus e raised to minus 1. So now consider backward difference function operated on f of x. So this is f of x minus f of x minus h, and this we can write f of x as it is, and here f of x minus h means we can write it as e raised to minus 1 of f of x. So from both the terms, taking that f of x as a common factor, we can write it as 1 minus e raised to minus 1. So that is nothing but backward difference is equivalent to 1 minus e raised to minus 1. So next property, prove that E is equal to back forward shifting operator is equal to e raised to h into d, or h into d is equal to log of e, where that capital D means it denotes the term d by dx. Now, by using Taylor's series, we can write f of x plus h is equal to f of x plus h into f dash of x plus h square by 2 factorial into f double dash of x plus dash dash dash, so on. And this is f of x plus h itself, we can write it as e of f of x, and here keep this f of x as it is, h as it is, and f dash of x means we can write it as d of f of x. H square by 2 factorial will be as it is. F double dash of x means we can write it as a d square of f of x. So from all these terms, taking f of x as common factor, we can write it as 1 plus, and in the second term h into d remains, and in the third term h square into d square divided by 2 factorial remains, plus dash dash dash, that means so on. So here by seeing the two terms, we can write it as E is equal to 1 plus h into d plus h square into d square divided by 2 factorial and so on. That itself we can write it as E is equal to e raised to h into d. So similarly, we can prove these two results also. And using these relations, we can solve these examples also. And for this one, we have used the following references. Thank you, students.